Howdy, y'all. Name's Chubba Cheese, and we here to play the free-to-play game called Bottom of the Well. I have no idea what it's about, but it's free and I downloaded it, so let's start this. Hopefully it's not horror. I don't want to die. Does have great music, though. Welcome to the Bottom of the Well. This game is a visual novel, meaning it is mainly text-based piece of interactive fiction. A book where you get to decide what happens next. Most of the gameplay consists of picking your choice from a selection of options, which will further the story. Bottom of the Well does have some gameplay aside from multiple choice though. The most important of which is the kind of Alice, our protagonist, you are going to play. For your first playthrough, we recommend you use default Alice, but the customization is there to be used. Even if you complete the game, a different Alice might have very different experiences. If nothing else, you might just find a new way to die. Thank you for playing our game, Red Nettle Studios. Seems amazing. Ooh, Dark Alice, so goes. The default Alice is capable of finishing the game to its true ending, but not necessarily through all branches. This Alice is career-motivated, friendly, somewhat lazy, and a hopeless romantic. With no survival skills at all, she makes up for it by being a good organizer. Let's do this. Dream Diary, September 13th, 2015. Today I had the weirdest dream of my life. I'm waiting for Joe to come online, so I go. Morning, eh? Morning. ... Did you catch the anniversary reading last night? No, well, I tried, but I fell asleep. Listen, about that. You fell asleep? Oh, come on, Alice in Wonderland is like our favorite. Let me finish. Something happened. I was tuning into my radio. You're such a loot something. Amazing, I can even watch you online. Shut up, I'm not a loot. I just like analog things. Anyway, I was tuning into the broadcast, and I must have it's the AM switch or something, because suddenly the channel changed to something. What, aliens? Oh, government-run number stations. No, it was this weird, white noise at first. It's hard to explain why I was so drawn to it. I could hear snippets of some melody, maybe lyrics, but the signal was weak. So you turned it off and continued looking for the Alice broadcast. So I went out on my balcony and turned the antenna around until the signal came through clear. It now sounded more like music, with an odd signal in the background. When logic and proportion had fallen, floppy dead of the white knight talking backwards, and the creams blah blah off with her head. Oh, so somebody's pirated radio broadcast of golden oldies. Felt like there was something else there. Some message that the music was hiding. I knew it would sound weird, but then I fell asleep. What a story. No, hear me out. I dreamed, and I don't know what I was dreaming. Do you understand? It was entirely lucid, but like waking up in another world, except I didn't think of it as another world. Does this make any sense? You had a super lifelike dream where you don't know what you were dreaming of, but you were still lucidly in control. That sounds pretty rad to me. Yeah. I'm sure it would have been, except for the whole end of the world apocalypse bit in the dream. Okay, now you got my attention. And now he just got off. So like I said, it was the end of the world. Everything I did that day felt like a real thing. Every smell, every sound, every color, every touch. It's important you know that I wasn't acting like I would in a dream. I didn't know it was a dream. Heavy. There was no warning, no build-up, nothing. Just between one moment and the next, the TV had turned it to the emergency alert system, and this voice sounded like it had been recorded in the 60s told us we were under attack. Were you alone? Yes, I had a really long day at the office, so I had sworn off all social contacts for the evening. I had the TV on in the background, just as noise. Wait, what? The office? You got some kind of real adult person job in this dream of yours? Yeah, actually, at the college. Student admissions office. Hey, don't sound so surprised. I am going to graduate in just a few months, you know. With a BA in English Lit. Shut up. Such a skill with words. Anyways, what happened next? Like I said, the TV suddenly turned to the emergency alert system. Jacked the volume all the way up to. I didn't know that they could do that. The broadcast told us we were under attack right now and that we needed to get to shelter. That we had less than 30 minutes before the bomb hit. Jesus, sounds scary. At first I didn't want to believe it. I switched the channel, but they were all the same. And then a siren started. Tornado sirens. Flood sirens. I don't know. And I knew things were serious. So what did you do? I immediately tried to call Chase. Chase, who's that? My, boyfriend. I mean, I don't have a boyfriend, but in my dream I did. Wait up. Tell me more about this sudden new boyfriend of yours. I thought you weren't in the dating scene. Actually, I've been thinking about putting myself out there. Like, maybe some online dating or something. Although I'm kind of afraid to check OkCupid right now. What if there's a guy there named Chess? Good icebreaker. Hi, I'm Alice. I'm dreaming about you last night. You were my end of the world buddy. Funny. Aren't I just? You were just saying about Chess. What kind of a name is that anyways? I wasn't really, yeah, he was pretty hot, I guess. And smart and into me. What more could you ask for? I could sense you blushing all the way over here. Maybe I should check my OkCupid profile, actually. So what did your boyfriend think? Well, first I tried calling him. All I got was a pre-recorded network message, network busy message. But the net still works, so I hit him up there. I mean, we did most of our communication in the chat anyways. And I found him, but there was no time for, well, anything. I started typing, you know, holy hell, what the fuck is going on, style stuff. And he just tersely replied he had to go. That's a little blunt. I get to turn off. I can't, like, help. Okay, he's going. He told me he needed to go get his sister. His sister? How come? He mentioned her a few times. She's disabled, but lives in a house by herself, out somewhere in the boroughs. Did he ask you to come too? He didn't ask. I did. I'm going to be outside my apartment in 5 minutes, he said, then locked off. I guess that's an invitation of sorts? So what did you do? Well, I knew that Chess wasn't going to wait for me. If I wanted to go with him, I had to go right away. Just grab my stuff and go. Making quick decisions in the spur of the moment. Doesn't sound like you. What did you do? Okay, what was your plan? I need to think my options, oh god. The broadcast kept saying stay indoors, to keep all windows and doors closed, stuff like that. Was it realistic of you to think you could stay in the apartment? Realistic? Oh my god, I had been through a lot of apocalypse before. I'm not sure what constitutes realistic. I had enough food in my cupboards to last me a while. So at least I had that going for me. Oh yeah, and then I had my trusted radio, of course. I tried it, and it worked. It was setting off the same emergency broadcast as the TV, and you called me a ludent. You got me there, so what'd you do? I can't. Too late. I suppose I decided to stay home, mostly because that's what the master was telling us to do. That's the part where you start putting aluminum foil over the windows and prepare your bathtub for extended living. As if I even had the presence of mind to do that. I just listened to the man on the TV. He said, move you and your family to the centermost room in your house. Preferably one without windows. Preferably underground. Does your building have some kind of shelter? At least on the side of the pond it feels like you can't walk down a block without something on half of a dozen bomb shelters. Sadly, no. We never got into the habit of getting bombed during our wars. I'm very sorry for the long F. Stop trying to kill me. Sadly, no. We never got into the habit of getting bombed during our wars. We're the only ones doing all the bombing. Yeah, because we're America. I'm Canadian. We're America. We bomb everything. Anyways, bathroom was then. Do you think to bring anything? Oh, right, yes, I grabbed the biggest bag I had. A backpack. People always called it magic. You could fit so much into it. Bigger on the inside and all that. To the radio. Food. Flashlight. Sleeping bag. What? Sleeping bag. Sleeping bag. Drop food, sleeping bag. I don't have anything. Yeah, that'd be good. Serious question. Why didn't you just bring your entire apartment with you into the bathroom? I mean, like bed, every scrap of food, etc. First of all, I was kind of afraid the building would, collapse. I wanted to be ready to run, so I packed my bags in advance. Secondly, the truth was I just didn't come to think of it. I'm sure I had tons of other useful things lying around that I just didn't think to bring along. Well, yeah, typical person. Oh, I forgot everything. Alright, so what happened? The end of the world. Come on, let's hear it. It took a lot longer for the bombs. It took a lot longer for the bombs to begin falling than they said. I stayed online for as long as I could, with my laptop in the bathroom, door closed, everything edible stacked around me. The news suggested that the U.S. missile defense was working, that it was shooting down the Russian missiles before they could land. But I guess sooner or later our luck ran out. Go on. Always luck runs out. Never doesn't run out. Well, first the electricity went. I remember being lit up by just my laptop screen. Before I had time to panic, there was just rumble. And then plaster started raining down from the ceiling, and the toilet seat underneath me kind of started feeling oily. I don't know, like I was in danger of sliding off it. Jesus. I was completely terrified. There's nothing really that could prepare you for it. And that was just the first one. How many did they send your way? How should I know? After the first hit, the internet was down. The lights didn't come back on. But then a few months later, there was another one. This is how it kind of counts seconds between seeing the flash and hearing the thunder where there's lightning. This felt like that. Shock after shock. And then counting the little white snowflakes dropping down from the ceiling. Hoping and praying the next one wouldn't just obliterate you. Did it go on for long? I don't think so. After the third one, my laptop and phone both stopped working suddenly. EMP? EMP? What's that? Electromagnetic pulse. It's like secondary effect of a nuclear blast that knocks out electronics. Wait, how do you know what that is? It's your dream after all. That is kind of weird. Dreaming definitely knows more than the real me does, or did, or something. How long did you stay in there? Well, the man on the TV said to the monitor broadcast until the all clear was given, or at least 24 hours. I brought my portable radio with me. The net went down, but the radio waves remained, at least for a while. Analog for the win! Yeah! Analog for the win! Well, celebration! Or pumping. The broadcast stopped after a while, but not before reporting on wind patterns. There was going to be a lot of fallout raining down right outside my window, right around the 24 mark. Oh, so not the best option. Well, I was pretty sure it'd get inside whenever I wanted or not. Okay, question was it worth waiting a little? Can I speak English today? A little longer. Did you have enough food? I had enough to last me 24 hours at least. So what was your decision? I didn't stay longer than I had to. I left as soon as the explosion stopped. That doesn't seem very safe. I was afraid, What if the building collapsed or something? I didn't want to get caught in a burning building either. Besides, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Was it? So, bombs had just stopped falling. At least I thought they had. I gathered what I could and carefully opened the door to my bathroom. And I was just met with the scariest thing. What? Radioactive spiders! Every window shattered, all my stuff blown around like some giant vandal had gone through my apartment. And outside the shattered window of the city on fire. No, not the fire. The sky was completely darkened. but it was all lit up by the flame. I staggered a little closer and saw a mushroom cloud. Oh. God damn it. I'm not sure what you were expecting. Sorry for not being prepped for the end of the world. Anyways, I just stood there, heard or felt this vibration. I knew it was my building. Was it collapsing? Sure, it sounded like it. I hurried out of the corridor and... Holy hell. Hell, yes, appropriate word. Some of the doors were blown open across the corridor. I went to them and yeah, just in time to watch how the building fall away in a flaming sea of debris. Oh boy. Jesus Christ. Well, I think that's a mushroom cloud over there. Oh my god, there's so much talking. Like you can imagine, I ran to the stairs. Lucky they were still intact. I was afraid the whole thing would come crashing down any moment. You got a very overactive imagination. Well, that overactive imagination caused me a lot of hurt. The dream anyway. See, as I was dashing down the stairs, I suddenly realized it was very, very dark. The fires from outside didn't reach all the way here, and I was already running as fast as I could. Oh shit. Yeah. I was running full tilt, like some deer animal Olympian. Something came up in the dark. Some piece of debris falling off the walls from the explosion. I tripped, of course. Ow. I remember just flying through the air into the dark, having just enough time to realize that this might very well kill me. That happens to me a lot, all the time in my dreams. I can never embrace flying. It wasn't like that. I remembered feeling my teeth getting smashed out of my face. I remember the crack of bones and the pain. It was so painful. Luckily, that pain knocked me out. Yeah, I usually wake up when I hit the ground. Ow. I remember waking up a few times, but it was always dark. I remember being thirsty, but I couldn't move. Not at all. All I wanted was sip of something. It became an absolute obsession, so when Ross found me there, all I could ask for is water. Ross. God damn it, Ross, if you know the reference. God damn it! He lived in the same building. Doesn't matter. He found me in the stairwell. I died pretty soon thereafter, although he did get me a drink first. It didn't slack my thirst at all, but I think letting go of my obsession finally let me die. Holy fucking crap. What did you eat that night before this dream? Remind me never to eat that ever again. And this concluded my dream. Well, that was very interesting. What did you think? I think it felt incomplete, like there was something missing. That wasn't the way it was supposed to end, you know. Dreams are supposed to end certain ways. This one was, I think, it felt like it was going to try to tell me something, but I wasn't listening closely enough. Maybe you could try again next night, see if you hear the same recording. Speaking of, what frequency was it on? That's the weird part. When I tried to see, I realized I had hit the right channel. This fact reading Alice in Wonderland. And this is actually some obscure number staged frequently on the AM bands. Well, maybe you will dream it next night again. That's a good thing with dreams. You can always dream them again. And maybe do something different the second time around. And that concludes day 1. Maybe tomorrow or Wednesday I will record another episode of whatever that is called. Oh, I won. Well, okay. That's the end of episode 1. Better prepared than first death. Well, I'll see you all in the next episode. Peace out, everyone.